Hello everyone, how are you? How is everything going? How's everything? So today we are continuing with our theme of imitating great artists. So yesterday this is what we did, and I gave it a quick render, and this is what we managed to achieve from yesterday. So today let's continue with something different, and today let's see how. I was looking at a few artworks. So I'm looking at this piece here by Si Chen Wang, an amazing artist. And so we're going to try and use this as inspiration to make something like this, kind of a fantasy looking world. I just love his composition here, and the kind of industrial type theme, like kind of an industrial age era going on. Look here. We're going to try and look at this, and this here, I think, it's the same artist did this, but we're going to change this a bit to make it our own. Maybe instead of, we can have a character standing here, maybe just make the scene a little bit different, and instead of just adding a factory at the center here as the focus, we can add maybe a spaceship or something. Or we could create some kind of boat like this, have it in the middle here. Maybe this is what it's focusing on. I don't know. We'll see. We're just going to use this. Let me give him a follow. You can also try following the guy. He has some amazing art pieces. Okay, so let's jump right in and see how we can approach this. Again, if you want to look at some of the previous work we have done on this live stream, this was what we did yesterday. But, you can also check out the time-lapse versions of the live streams on my second channel, Blender Templates, where I normally post the live streams as a time-lapse. So let's get into today's theme. But I guess before we do that, let's do some quick promos. Simply Cloth is an add-on for Blender that lets you just generate clothes or add clothes to your characters very, very seamlessly or very easily. I want to show you how it works here. So you just drag and drop and basically make the cloth. The links are in the description if you want to check out how the add-on works. It's just amazing. I have these templates that you can use, and hit play, and the cloth will simply wrap around the character. A link is in the description if you are interested in this. Another add-on I usually like to promote is the human generator. This is an add-on that simply lets you generate characters with a few clicks. Links in the description. So it would be very useful for this kind of scene if you want to generate a character like this. They come rigged, clothed, textured, and animated with different poses. And lastly, the add-on I want to promote is a fluid simulation add-on that amplify the Blender simulation system and gives you a much easier and higher detailed fluid simulator. This is Simply Cloth. You can see it is far superior than the Blender simulator engine, the default Blender simulator engine. So if you want to use it, the link is in the description. Thank you. Let's get into today's topic. Okay. Let's set up everything here. Let me grab this image. So I want to have multiple images in my screen here. Let me see. Should I do it this way? Okay. We want to do something like this. Use this as inspiration to create our own piece. Okay. How do we set up this? Let me go to the front view here. Also bring the camera a bit closer and setup, let's use a 25mm cycles, turn on GPU denoiser, and let me save this. I'll call this project, let me see, industrial error, like that. Hello, Okon Mendibaya. Glad to see you again. How's everything? It's been a while since I last saw you. Were you here yesterday? I think it's been a while since I last saw you in the stream. Anyway, let's jump in. Yeah, let's create a few domes like this. So I'm going to grab a sphere. Hello, ABC kids, how are you? Glad to see you. Let me set up a sky texture. Make it bluish, like that. I think we can start by, I usually don't start by setting up a quick composition, but let's do that. Can you model a car? Yes, I can, but I don't do that because kind of takes a lot of time. Okay, let's create a few domes in different areas at different heights. Yeah, so we're going to start up by blocking the scene, which is something I rarely do, but let's see if it proves to be any use. So you can have the character here. Let me find a character that I could use. Let's use some kind of soldier here. Just adding this soldier just for scale. Maybe the sun is I like to put the sun off at an angle. Like that. Hello, Gwen, Leonard, Jam, how are you? How's everything? Okay. These are kind of buildings, so let's block that as well. Let me first pause this, scale on the X. Just block out this. Now we can always come back and add detail. This can be another building there. Is that an HDRI? If not, what then what do you use? I use a sky texture. This is a sky texture from Blender. It's not an HDRI image. Let me find some guardrails. Let's see. Block out this a little bit more. I think I could do a much detailed. When we come to this, we can grab a few of these. Just trying to block out stuff, and let me see. Just add a few details. We can create a profile here. I'll this time use a custom profile. Hey, let's use this cone is here. I have some pre-made assets that we can also add in here. So it's a good thing to have some pre-made stuff that you can reuse in a scene. I think this have a mirror. Seems so. Nice block out. Thank you. For scale, I just use a human meter rig bone. I see. That can also work. I think that's even a better approach, because this mod I downloaded from Mixamo, which I think uses a different scaling than Blender. So just using the one that comes with Blender is a better way to get proper scale. But I think I'll also be reusing the character here, so let me just leave it like that. I think this detail here can be brought in like that. Just block. Are you going for the arcane style? Yeah. I don't know. Should we go for that? I guess this is also in that arcane style. It's usually the texturing that makes it look like that, but it's not really easy to get that look. Let me go Rome. I have some Roman buildings that I think we could use here. Anyway, Let me go for some pipes, because we do have a lot of pipes in this scene. Hey, thank you, Roland Mine, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Ricky Ori, but Akin is painting background. I didn't know that. And let's try continuing to add some details blocks. Then maybe we can have this building, and just so we have a consistent style, let me first insert this like that, add a few segments. Let me see. Subdivide this a few times. Let me have a look at this. All right, let me just do this. Might save me a lot of headache. Something like that. Add a few subdivisions, and now I think I could grab these. Yes, have that like that. Maybe have it somewhere there. Let's see how this looks now. What computer are you using? You can use exclamation mark specs at C. Check that. Okay. Now let's see. So if I have a block there, add another. Let me first. Let's block it inside EV just so things are much faster. I'll turn on some ambient occlusion, and I'll turn on a sun here. Yes, so we can speed up the blocking phase. Hello, Burning Bright, how are you? Hello, Remarkable. Like I said, I want to have some kind of spaceship as the main focus here, so let's, and maybe you can pull him back a bit. We want something big here. Let me use a torus. and let me do a random select. Just trying to make something interesting. So let's see. If I grab the spin tool, just trying something here. Let me see. Just have something interesting like that. Hello, one question. Do you save every render of yours on your computer, or do you have a kind of a cloud to organize it? That's thanks for your amazing content. No, thank you. So I usually just have them on my PC. I rarely do I have them, unless if I'm making something to have it on my CG store, then that's when I can do that. I guess you can consider that uploading them to the cloud. So I have a store on CG Trader, so I upload some of the works there, but not just to store them, but kind of sell them there. Okay, so let me grab some pipes here, just so we can make this look industrial. So grab this, add it here. By the way, you can get this set of pipes if you're a Patreon. Yes. Let me see. Can I? Just having some that pipe like that. Is that from Arcane? No. It's from an artist. He's called Shi Chen. Yeah, but it does look like an Arcane scene. Maybe he was inspired by that. Yeah, we need some large pipes, I think. So before we do that, let's continue blocking out different scenes. We can let me grab this. I think if we have some sort of window here, that. So I think I could just grab this. Let me first. Can grab that. Then just use the spin tool. Just find some creative ways to do this. Just have a few of these. What software are you? What software should I use for composition? Blender or any other software? Well, Blender is good, but and if you're going professional, it's a bit limited. There is Nuke, but it's pricey. So yeah, I'm not sure what. Yeah, you can. Depends on what you're really trying to do. When I make scenes, my characters don't match with the environment looks too realistic and the characters look plastic, so please make some sterilized environment in the future. See, maybe try to get better characters. If you can't make them yourself, you can always try to find them somewhere else. Okay, let's go back to cycles and see. Let me first get rid of these pipes. And okay, so let's start doing some materials. I'm just going to grab this. Let me see. Let me grab this image here. So I have this image, which is really big, but contains a lot of stuff. So I can use it. Is packed with a lot of different textures. So I can just use this. Let me go to UV. Actually, let me bring back my reference image. And I think I need this image to be resized so that it's much easier to work with. Okay. Now, with this, I can easily set up some texturing of different buildings. So I can make, say, for example, this wall a brick material by just using the brick texture there, and this can be the top part here. Let me first make sure that these are easily separated using okay, and this can the dome here can also use the same material. And we can use cube projection as well. Maybe, but this it can use that dome material as well. There now, these pipes can also use the same material. Basically, a quick way to texture things. Just going to scale this down. Maybe in this blue texture part. Let me see. Yeah, somewhere there. Why use keyboard? What would you propose to use? Or what do you use yourself if it's not a keyboard? Because I don't think you can use Blender without a keyboard. Okay, now this roof here can use a completely different material. So let me select the roof and just use cube projection again. And the roof can use this rusty bit here. And I think I can grab this side, have it this side. Let me see. Let me see. Can I just let me try smart projection and just use cube projection. For this part here. Now the walls can be can either be concrete some can be wood, some can be concrete. So for example, this can be this. Just a quick way to get things to work. Let's see. Okay, I think things are starting to look for this here. Hey, how has your day been? It has been great so far. Enjoying streaming with you guys. I think for this I want to use smart projection, I think. Just so we can have these follow something like this. Yes. Pack. Yeah, now let's bring the lighting down a bit. So I think I can start by reducing how bright things look. Change the direction of the sun to come from a different angle, maybe 45. And I like the character to stand out, so I'm going to add a large area light here. Add directly on the side. Maybe just like that. And let me first pause here for a bit. The render, just grab and use use the same material for this. Just do cube projection again, and I think I can use the same and sheets. And let me grab a plane like this, subdivide it a few times, apply the scale, and use let me see, add displacement modifier, and I usually like to figure out faster way to do things, and I think I like this idea of just using a single texture for texturing. So just reduce this significantly and apply the displacement. Just start, just basically create a flow of these iron sheets, and now I can randomize these, and maybe some of these are rusty. that. And we can also use this as the roughness in some areas. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Can't pronounce your name, but I really appreciate that. Hello, Bear Nation. How are you? Let me add a color. Mix RGB. Okay. Like that. Now, I like these guardrails here. So maybe we can have something like that here. So let me start with a platform like this. Just extrude. And for these here, I'm going to start with a plane, rotate on the X, rotate on the, like that. Yes. Let me see. Apply scale. Then I can round off these corners like that. I have this add-on called quick function that you can if you have Patreon, you can get it on my Patreon page. But what it does, it has a few different operations or different functions that I create, custom functions that I usually use myself. So, for example, I can use the to curve option to convert this into a curve like that. So I can easily make these pipes. I think actually I need this to be like this. And actually, let me first make a few of these pipes. Let me round off. There, so I can grab this, Shift Q, and do to curve. So we have some pipes like this, and then I can convert this back to a mesh. Then use cube projection to just add these somewhere. Maybe we can have some red pipes. See, and this can also just use the same material. Yes. Have this, maybe this rusted surface. I think I can also grab these, have them here. So let's add some clouds. I think they can make the scene. But I want it to be dark as this, so let's see. Just a nice way to fake some clouds. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Abdul Sata. Grab this. Let's change the elevation of this. Let's grab some windows as well. See. I can grab something like that and start putting this on different windows. We want to have some nice windows here. Then I think I'm going to grab these faces here. Just give him a new material that is kind of glowing. Now maybe we can also import an image to put into the windows directly. So let me see. Details. Yeah, I can grab something like this. Okay. Now that we have some lights there, let me see. We can do the same for these. Give this the same material as this. Let's do a cube projection over some metal surface. Okay, I think I made an error here. Just have to select this only. Cube projection. I think I'm going to use my UV here. I switch my UV editor here, and then this can be the image viewer. BN Nation, could you not so promote, man? It's kind of disrespectful, man. Okay, so this can be and this could be some then these could be glasses or windows. Yeah, like windows like that. I guess I need to get rid of this bottom piece. This could use that metallic surface. I think let me use the same aspect ratio that he uses here, because I think it would help. 960. I think one issue that we're running into is that our wall looks a bit evenly lit. So let me first see what could be causing that. If I get rid of this light, and get rid of the clouds. So most of our source light is coming from the windows. If I bring back, first move this into the clouds. I think it's too early to bring those in. Let me just try. Me look for concrete material, or just use the same material as this. Okay, think we just need a central building or something at focus on. Hello Kapil Patel, how are you? Glad to see you. How's everything? Let me use Doing great. Good to know. Let's create some volumetric fog, but I don't want to use actual volume, so let's create transparent and an emission shader like this that uses a gradient. So texture gradient. Let me see. So the gradient has to be, yeah, let's just rotate this up down gradient like that. What is today's art piece? We're trying to recreate recreate some this kind of art style here. Let's see. Think you might want to multiply this. And I think we can also use a noise texture to blend with this, so I can do a color maybe subtract. Let's try screen. Let me see. We want the wall to be a bit foggy, so Yes. Have a few of these. Separate. Kind of separate the world a bit. Let's go back to cycles. Yeah, something like that. Let's have a central building. Yo, Free Life, thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Let's make a central stuff here. These are definitely not human-sized pipes. Better they will do. Let me find a corner pipe here. Let me grab. I think don't have most of my pipes set up with the library, but that's okay, I think. I don't want this to show just yet because it makes want it to be somewhere like there. think I need to make this look as good. I need to pull the camera back a bit. Let me change the skyline a bit because I don't think I have enough buildings, unique buildings for this type of style, but let's see. Like in the background, we can have a mega city. And to make these buildings look really good, we can add an area light behind them just to make them stand out, have that glossy reflection on them. Yeah, something like that. Also want that same look on this building here. Like a rim light. So maybe you have a city. So maybe this is like an industrial area, and then behind is a city. So hello, T Ab from Vietnam with love. Thank you, thank you. How are things there? You want a blend of different buildings, so let me add in this Roman building and see if maybe a city that has grown through different times. I mean, so this is a city that has stood a lot of a tale of time. I mean, it was built during the Roman Empire, then transcended that, came the industrial age, stayed around, transformed. They built on top of what was there, but it didn't destroy the historical buildings. So that's why you see between you have a city, an industrial city with pipes and everything. Will you do another art or just this one, this stream? Yeah, I'm going to just do this one. Nowadays I want to spend a little bit more time on art pieces so I can complete them instead of just jumping on to another art piece every... Make the sun size bigger. That could help, I guess. Could have this entire building a bit to the left, maybe even made bigger. Yeah, nowadays I want to spend a little bit more time working on these so that I can have a proper image at the end instead of just a lot of different buildings, different projects. Right side looks good, left side looks empty. Let's work on that. Let me find more buildings we could use here. I think I could add a dome. Yo, thank you, Luniang, for subscribing. I appreciate that. Yeah, so we lack a few details this side, but I think we can still pull this setup a bit back, so we can make. Let me just grab these. Something like that. Let me see. I want something interesting in the middle here. Can't yet figure out what I could use here. Let me. I mean, sun size of 5. Sun size of 5. You mean like that? Hello, Lupin, from India. How is it? Thank you. How things there? Okay, let me go to my buildings pack and see. Actually, I have a bridge. I was forgetting about that. I have this bridge here that we could add somewhere, maybe in the back there. Let me see if that. It's quite heavy, I think. But we can have it in the distance. You can see. Let me see if I have this. Nah. Just try one thing. Add a sunset wallpaper in the background. Make it lighter but transparent. It would look good in theory. Let me see. Sunset. Let's see what kind of sunset could we use here. Hello Jay Prakash, how are you? Let's see this. Yeah, I'm not sure about that though. It's very difficult to make it match the kind of lighting we're having here. Maybe we can improve our own lighting a bit. Let's examine this and see what really makes it stand out. I think it's some of these small details are like this ladder here. We have a floating piece here for some reason. Yeah, so for example, I think we can have a step ladder, I don't know, something like this. Somewhere. These things here could add some bit of detail. Some of these buildings that kind of look somehow stale. Hello Sunil Maurya, how are you? Yes. Grab this. Hey, thank you, Jay Prakash Sharma. Thank you for the 100 rupees. I think. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Okay. The scene is giving a werewolf movie poster vibe. Maybe we could find a werewolf somewhere and use it here and see. Let me grab a. Make this hello buddy. Babad, how are you? Let's grab these. Let me see. Can I do something like this? Make these maybe glass. Something like that. Let me see. I want this to be transparent. If you put an area light in front of the character, it will give us silhouette, a clean silhouette. Let's try that. First. Let me first have this here. It's saying if I have the light directly on him or directly in front of him. I kind of, let me see, if I have two lights, what about if we have two lights? Yeah, somewhat like that. I think that is not too bad. Yeah, I wanted to add this somewhere. Okay. Can you add the you want me to add the screen keys? Okay, let me do that. Blender just crashed on me, but that's okay. Okay, so the shortcuts are there. I was trying to add this here. Add a tank. Seems I have an error. I thought that's okay. I think this is starting to look okay. Hello, Binode. Thank you, thank you. Add that there. Yes, I have a few tankers. Yeah, 54 viewers, 56. Amazing, amazing. Thank you, thank you. If you're new here and you love what we're doing here, it would be really amazing if you showed some support by leaving a like or subscribing. Just play with the colors a bit here. I wish I can make the clouds a bit bluish. Let me try making this sky more bluish and see. Yeah, that's true. Learn Blender by example, man. So I think it's a nice way to learn Blender. I think in some areas we might want to add some light, so let me grab an area light here, point it up. So like here, this okay, something has gone wrong. I'm missing some tanks that I had brought in here. Let me have adding some of this smoke. I make the character stand in front of the sun silhouette. Okay, let's see. So we can have him on here. Yeah, he'll be barely visible. Maybe we can have him somewhere on something. I think this is barely visible, so can you do arcane style stream? Arcane style? Yeah, arcane style is not really that easy to make. You need a bunch of different assets before you can make something interesting in arcane. I think I need some separation here, so let me grab this light. Yeah, something like that at least. something is missing about this composition and can't really wrap my head around it. Can't tell what is missing. I think having some nice clouds would help, but I'm not sure where I can get that. Have you seen the show? What you think about it? I said, oh, Arcane. Yeah, I really loved it. I watched it. Really loved it. It had a very great story, great animation. Everything was on point, I think. Everything was on point. Let's improve our skyline, add more. Yes, just add more buildings here. Let's try adding some fog. Okay. Have you ever revisited an old project, like a version 2 or something you created before? I rarely do that. Instead of doing that, I would rather just start a new project from scratch. I think I need the sun to be the focus of this. So let's make it really big. Yeah, I just I just love just start instead of going in and working on a new project. I would rather just revisiting an old project. I would just rather start a new one from scratch. Do you revisit your projects? Trying to get a much cooler theme out of this. Yeah, I think this look is far better than what we have. Let's give it us proper lighting. As often as I feel I can improve on the other concept that was in my mind, and my first time I cannot encapsulate the style I had in mind. So so you return if you think you can do it properly or make improvements. You think, or you go back to it. Yeah, if I finish a project, I rarely go back to it unless it's a client project or something like that. I'm just bad at art, so I have to practice the same thing a lot. You, I guess, if it works, I guess then it works. If that improves the way you work, I think you should do that. You should always try to go for something that that works for you, because someone's way of learning may not be the same as yours. And yeah, if it works for you, definitely do it that way. When I try to go back to a previous project, I just find it very boring. And everything I do is really based on my mood, so I don't like how this building looks. Yeah, I'm starting to like how this looks now. Before, I just wasn't feeling the look. Can have some really big buildings, I think. Hmm. Just get rid of the fog. Let me try raising him on a platform like in the reference. Even professionals can struggle both tooth lighting. Yeah, lighting can be getting proper lighting can be a bit hard. yeah, I think I'm going to end this stream here and just play with a few colors. See.